Here with reaction, Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett, former Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz. Professor, all I ever see out of Christopher Wray is him protecting the institution rather than returning the institution into what it once was, America and the world's premier law enforcement agency. Why?
Well, what we need is an independent investigative commission, much like 9/11, to look into the FBI, to make it a nonpartisan issue and return it to the glory days when, people like Louis Freeh were the head of it and everybody respected it. But I suspect this meeting that is scheduled now between the Attorney General's office and Trump's lawyers probably means that Trump's lawyers have been told that Trump is either a subject or a target of a criminal investigation. It makes a big difference. A target means likely to be indicted. Subject means they're still considering the issue and he may or may not be indicted. But normally meetings like this only occur kind of at the last minute in an effort to try to prevent indictment. So I think we're seeing a winding down of the investigation. We don't know which of the charges will be the subject of an indictment, whether it will be the confidential classified material, a cover-up of the material, January 6th, or perhaps the Fulton County. But I think that at this point, Trump's lawyers have something to worry about in an indictment. Look, you can indict a ham sandwich. The hard question is whether there'll be a conviction, and I doubt it based on the evidence I've seen.
And here we go again, Gregg Jarrett. There's the DOJ, the FBI involved in the next presidential election as well?
Yeah, well, they tried to interfere in the 2016 election, the 2020 election. They'll do it again in a couple of years next year, 2024. Look, Trump is indeed being treated fairly, as his lawyers allege, but their complaints, Sean, will fall on Merrick Garland's deaf ears. He is a hyper-partisan. He's determined to contort the law to persecute, if not prosecute, Trump. And this Mar-a-Lago case, it is a civil dispute over documents. It's governed exclusively by the Presidential Records Act. But Garland decided to criminalize it, to raid Trump's residence. And to do it, he had to actually reverse longstanding DOJ policy that a former president can take pretty much everything he wants to take. You know, a decade ago, a federal judge agreed with that, which means that the proper remedy for Garland was to file a motion in civil court, but he didn't do that. Instead, he's going after Donald Trump with a vengeance.
Wow. All right, Gregg Jarrett, Professor, thank you both. It's interesting times, I'll tell you that.